Welcome to the Thailand Pavilion of the Dubai World Expo. Behind me, that's the main exhibition hall for Thailand. For years, this is already the biggest size for Thailand Pavilion in the history of the World Expo in Dubai, and it's mainly in the golden color, which represents prosperous Thailand. And those two are the two mascots. They are named Mali and Rock. The two names come from two flowers. In Thailand, they are quite typical of Thailand. And above, that's the logo of Thailand Pavilion. It's a welcoming flower in Thailand. You could see the several lines. Those lines represent the mobility. There are about 500 weaved flowers on the out surface of this pavilion. They represent respect and hospitality. And this architecture is in the shape of a temple. And also, it resembles the gesture when they say Savadika. Today, behind me there is a stage. It's also for performances every day. There will be different timetables for performances. From the afternoon till the night, there will be some traditional performances from Thailand. And in front of the entrance, there are very long lines, which means the Thailand Pavilion is one of the popular ones in the World Expo. There are 4 halls inside the pavilion. We are now waiting for the opening of this pavilion. Every hall has different thematic exhibitions in the forms of multimedia and images. Let's wait for a moment for its opening. According to the staff, there are about 3 more minutes. So let's tour around. We can see some traditional drums below the stage. That's also for the purpose of performances. This year, Thailand puts high premium on this show. They have designed mascots for this expo and also has shot some movies. For the Chinese viewers, Thailand is quite a familiar place because it has been most sought after tourist spots. So we Chinese know a lot about the sceneries in Thailand. What will be the experience of our tour inside the Thailand Pavilion? I'm quite excited. Now I am entering into the first hall of this pavilion. This is the first main exhibition hall. It's also in golden color. Gold color is still the dominant color. And we can see the water flow. As is known to all, the waterways are quite paramount for the lives of the Thailand people. So in the first hall, they want to exhibit to the visitors about their traditional culture and the relationship of waterways with its traditional culture. In the past centuries, waterways have played a big role in the daily lives of the Thailand people. Let's walk along this way, and we can see the royal ships. This boat must be the boat for the emperor or the king of Thailand. Now let's move on. This is another royal boat. It represents the living styles of the kings and prosper of the nation. So this entire fleet is quite magnificent. In about 2 minutes' time, we will see one of the main multimedia expositions. There are so many visitors inside. They are all taking photos. Red is the background color, and the flowers are the decorations. Those are all integral parts of the Thailand culture. They represent faith and prosper. Now, we are in the second main exhibition hall. We can see some water flows and some mechanical equipment. On the screen, we can see a fall, and the theme of this exhibition hall is called the flow of life. We could see the flow of water, and waterways are actually nurturing the Thailand culture and people's tradition. People get to know the history of Thailand and the lifestyles. One of the main points in this hall is to show the traditions of their agriculture. So in this multimedia exposition, you will have a first-hand experience about it. And also, later on, you will see the images of the two mascots. Those two mascots are the main characters of the Thailand Pavilion. They will take our visitors to experience the multimedia exposition. Almost every seat is taken by the visitors. In addition to the videos, this exhibition hall will have some interactive designs. The music is on. Now let's enjoy this video.
大屏幕上出现了字幕。泰国的历史是从700年前开始。
On the big screen, we can see some transcripts. Thailand's history could be sourced back to hundreds of years ago. Cultivated by the raindrops, Thailand grows bigger. You could see the rice growing in the screen. So Thailand is a traditional agricultural country. And also, we can see the water splashes in front of the screen. And also the water splashes make the English characters live. The main theme color is gold. It's a Gulf country. It's one of the centers in ASEAN. We can feel the water and the wind in this hall. Connect is the next English word appearing on the screen. And we can see the business and the trade development in Thailand in the video. Since the trading war, Thailand became one of the main connection points in ASEAN. From 500 years ago to 200 years ago, Thailand kept developing. It developed into the modernized country. Now this is the modern era.
好的，那么现在呢，我们是将进入到另外一个展厅了。那刚才我们看了泰国的现在，那现在呢，我们将去了解泰国作为进入了智能化的4.0时代的一个未来的对生活的一种展望和他们对城市未来发展。好，那这里呢是一个360度环绕的这么一个机械的装置设定啊，然后我们将在这个环绕的365。
This is the contemporary Thailand.
这2个吉祥物呢，来带领大家去穿越到泰国的未来。 哈，在屏幕上还有的外的2个标志性建筑。好，现在呢，屏幕上就跟着这个2个可爱的吉祥物，我们开始泰国的未来之旅。
Now we can see this movie 360 degrees.
那么在这个动画展示呢，将会给大家带来的是呢，讲述泰国未来作为一个智能城市对于可提供设施和一些服务。那么
And now the two mascots are with us.
之后将会发展的智能化的在各个领域的7种智能。
They're very cute.
那这7种智能
Now we are gonna travel into the future.
智能化的交通运输，智能化的人文，智能化的生活，智能化的治理和智能化的环境管理，以及智能化的能量运用。所以目前大家可以在屏幕上看到的，泰国在这10个领域将会做的一些研究和一些创新。
We can see the development of all sorts of fields in Thailand.
刚才呢是让我们展现了这个生物，目前呢我们是来到他们的海洋
Transportation, for example,
给大家讲的是呢
and intelligent technologies.
和环境的治理上达到一种。能听到声音吗？后面这边是没有声音。好，这里现在展现了泰国在医疗上的人工智能化。是讲了将智能化运用到他们的农业上。好，大家现在看到屏幕上的就是这个未来泰国的一个展望。
That way, we can all make progress together and grow sustainably. But does everybody know what the heart of mobility in Thailand really is? Let's go to the next room to find out.
现在呢，我们将来到泰国馆的最后一个展厅了。那最后一个展厅呢，其实它的一个主题呢是叫流动性的中心。大家看到它这个展厅的这个设置也是非常特别，像一个巨大的这个三角形啊，一个钻石的这样一个造型，其中指向了这个大圆的中心。那么它也是想要展现泰国作为这个区域的一个交流的一个中心，它的各行各业的人。
To show that as the regional hub, Thailand has people from different fields contributing to the globalization and Thailand's development. And we can also see that in Thailand there are people from around the world traveling, living in Thailand. They are developing their own careers in Thailand. So now this movie is designed to show you diversification of its culture.
Visitors fall in love with our country. Right. And some of those visitors decide never to leave. They can be in Thailand for good. Let's look at some stories of
这里
foreigners
将
who
向我们展
stayed.
现泰国一些很出名的一些各个行业的人在这里。
We can see some leading figures in different fields living now in Thailand.
先大屏幕展现的是泰国一个泰拳非常出名的一个运动选手。
First of all, we can see Thailand boxing, a very famous activity in Thailand.
在泰国生活，在这里挖掘泰国的美食。
And some leading figures.
也显示泰国有超过200多家你可以参选的运动员。那目前大屏幕展现的呢，这位
This one, shown on the screen, comes from USA and now has lived in Thailand for 20 years or so.
这里还有关于医学上
There are also
经典的教授。
some professors in the medical sector who came from UK and now serve the healthcare sector in Thailand. Now this one comes from Japan, who lives in Thailand for 8 years and developed a digital center in Thailand.
I always dreamed of retiring here since I first visited in 1994.
And also there are many visitors traveling here in Thailand.
And moved here, and it was the best decision we ever made.
这还有一个来自2014的消息。
One also comes from the UAE. It's a influencer.
这个展期呢，也是向大家展现了泰国对世界的一个信息。
This exhibition hall shows us the culture, trade, and business opportunities in Thailand,
未来的这些新计划的创新，提供了很好的。
paving the way for the digitalization and innovative development in the future in Thailand. They're aiming to create a better future.
Be here, and that's what keeps me here. It gives me this deep sense of comfort that I just couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
The heart of Thailand is Thai people, and our people have empowered our mobility, our way of life, culture, and hospitality, bring millions of foreigners to visit.
Absolutely. So come and visit, and you'll see for yourself.
So this is also about all sorts of people contributing to Thailand culture. So that's about the exposition halls inside the pavilion. And coming out, we see a Thailand restaurant. It's a cafeteria. So this is to promote the Thailand food. As a Chinese, we are very familiar with the Thailand flavors. They are quite similar to the Chinese cuisine. And that's why the Thailand cuisine is very popular among the Chinese.
一些来自泰国的商品、手工艺品。
We can also find some artifacts and products from Thailand.
的一些文化。
They represent their unique culture.
看到这个餐厅也是排满了长队啊。
We can see a very long queue lining for this restaurant.
好，今天呢，这个
So, today, that's about our tour into the Thailand Pavilion. We are approaching the end of this tour.
这个阿联酋国庆的，那我们也希望各位观众呢，跟随我们的这样一个探馆呢。
We invite you to stay tuned with us to visit more pavilions.